Hello, everyone, and welcome to Twillow Talk. I'm Tanis Coughlin from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and I am an intuitive energy healer. I am a Celtic Shamanic High Priestess, Crystal Master, intuitive, galactic ambassador, and a channel. So I am joined today by my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky. Would you like to share what you do, please?
Sure. I am, what do I do again? I'm a registered psychotherapist. I'm a certified Canadian counselor. I'm an intuitive life coach. I do energy stuff and stuff.
And we're light warriors. Just saying.
Yeah,
we do
that
works. Big hello to who we got today. Indigo Jaguar. Hello, hello. We have Fogo Pogo.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And we have Medium Betsy Palmer joining us today.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's great to see you. We have
magical stuff.
Kaylee says she's work lurking. And we're doing magical stuff.
I like it.
We do stuff. We do stuff. Yes. Right, Heather? We do stuff. So, in terms of what's been going on in terms of energy, we had a couple of big spikes in the Schumann over the last couple of days. I believe Saturday was the big one. Yesterday and today has been a little bit quieter, but there was quite a big spike. It was up in the 50s for a good part of the day on Saturday. Friday as well, there was some spike. So just to stay aware of those kinds of things, they do tend to affect how we feel. We tend to get tired and that kind of thing. And so that's been happening. Still been some solar storms. I haven't heard there's any CMEs though, which are coronal mass ejections. That's when a big ball comes towards. So we haven't had any of those. Did you feel that, Jen? No big balls of energy flung at the earth in the last couple of days, which is good. So that's what's going on. Lots of heavy emotional stuff in the collective, though, I found today. I'm not sure if it's just today, but I felt it more today. But I'm also starting to feel better, and so I think I'm tuning in a little bit more. So there was a CME in the middle of the week last week. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Fogo Pogo says that. Yeah, there might have been. It might have been like Tuesday or something last week, but nothing in the last few days.
Yeah.
So what have we got for our transits for human design?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of energy period going on right now.
Oh, yes.
Across the board. So, and we're coming into, a lot of different things that are going to be coming up for us, right? So right now we are just in the tail end of 34. So moving through the power of the great. And it's interesting because we're moving from that one into taming the power of the small, right? So we're going from force, strength, majesty, and we're coming into gate 9, which will be coming into tomorrow. And that's inertia, determination, invincibility from the gene key perspective.
So does that mean we do nothing and we're invincible?
Well, it's about overcoming the shadow of inertia, right? So looking at where is your focus? And so it's interesting, right? Because we're moving from this place of looking at force and this kind of brute forcefulness that can really cause a lot of damage. But recognizing that if we can get away from that and get into flow, there's a lot of strength in being able to just kind of flow with things and getting into that natural harmony. Mm-hmm. Right. And so then moving into this 9th gate energy, it really is about looking at, where where are you putting your focus? What does that look like for you? You know, are you in a place right now of inertia, right? Are you allowing yourself to get really caught up in the details of things? And is that causing you to get stuck, right? Is that causing you to not be able to move forward? Is it causing you to, get diverted from what the goal is, right? And so we're looking at moving from that place into a place of determination, right? So being intentional, right? Can we, sorry guys, I gotta, all right.
Hey, you sound like me.
I know it's going around, man.
It is.
Can we move from this place of, being a little bit caught up in, all the little bits and pieces, to really honing in our focus and then allowing ourselves to act with intention, which kind of moves us into the magic, right? Of allowing things to, again, coming back to the gate that we're in now, into the flow of what that looks like, right? And when we look at invincibility, it really is about going inside, right? And allowing ourselves to flow from that inner space and recognizing that, we don't have to look at everything outside of ourselves to figure all of the bits and pieces out. We just have to be able to come in and look at what really is going to be motivating for us. Now, because the 9 is a sacral energy. Sacral energy, for those of you who are familiar with the human design stuff, we talk about this. This is that deep, or kind of energy, right? So the idea here is really looking at what is it that's going to really light me up and move me to a place of joy. What is going to bring life into my experience? Because in that place of being able to, how do I put this? In that place of being able to connect with what we're really here for, we are invincible, right? But we let the world get us caught up in all the bits and pieces and all the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets debilitating. Right? And so this is why it is that idea of taming the power of the small, because if we get too caught up in all of that, we end up not being able to do any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we have to be able to find that balance. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Balance. He's definitely been feeling a lot of emotions a lot stronger in the last few weeks. That explains the increase in intensity. Been very difficult here for a while, doing my best to stay grounded. Grounded is good.
Yeah.
My focus has caught me in a whirlwind of different directions. It's exhausting on so many levels. I totally understand this. Yeah. Yeah. This word stuck out.
Yeah.
It stuck out to me when you said it too. Debilitating. It's very it's extremely exhausting right now. We have had some big downloads, like with the Schumann. There are downloads of energy that are coming in at various levels of the body, light body, and it's probably down in that sacral area right now. what you're experiencing with the or what you're referring to, right? So when we have that, it's very when our lower chakras are off, right? Or they're, even if they're getting lots of light, they have to integrate all that energy. And so when the integration starts to happen, it puts us off a little bit because we have to actually take time to sit in meditation, to do the grounding and get sleep. in order to integrate all the energy as it comes in, because it's such a deep energy. So yeah.
Well, and it's a very active energy, right now, because the 34 and the 9, like the gates that we're going through are sacral gates, right? And the sacral in human design is, equivalent to the Energizer Bunny, right? It is that energy. Sorry, guys. It is that energy gate. And so there is this kind of pressure to act or have energy here to like do these things. And so we really have to figure out how do we best use this energy, right? And recognizing that when it comes to, I had some water and I just had some and I'll have some more. Thank you, Shem.
I think what's happening here is we both have a bit of a tickle. And so we're just, on each other. We're feeling each other's
into
stuff, because she and I do that all the time. So,
so when it comes to the sacral, it's very much about using our energy and using it appropriately, right? Because with the sacral, for those who have it defined, which is like, 70% of the population, if your sacral is saying no and you're doing it anyway, it is going to get drained big time. Right?
Because that's where we hold our reserves, isn't it? Is down there.
If it's saying yes and you're denying it, you're not filling your cup. Right? So it's such a vital piece, and making sure that we're honoring this energy source is really, really important. Right? So noticing, what is coming in for you and what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to, even if you don't have it defined, especially, those of us projectors who don't have it defined, we have this gate activated, and maybe that gate activates a channel that lights the sacral up for us right now and defines it. Maybe it doesn't. But either way, this energy is here. And so we all have to be really mindful of what is showing up for us and how are we going to use this energy, right? And what is it that we're being called to do with it, right?
Sorry, I'm thinking about what we were talking about before the show. Yeah. So I want to say hello to a few people. We've got Kylie from Australia. Hi, Kylie. Thank you for joining us. And we missed one here from Kaylee, who says impatient and irritable, both mood and body. Finally getting better today. Yeah. Yeah, I as you guys, if you follow me, you probably realized that I had a cold for a week and a half. I'm still in the dregs of it, but it's getting better. But I think that has a lot to do with me integrating a big download that came down about a week and a half ago. And when that came down, it's my body been trying to really like integrate some of those energies, and then I ended up, getting exposed to something at the same time. So Gerald says, "Hey, Gerald," himself is salty. Yes. I've used that term.
That's fair.
Or cranky. I'm cranky today. I'm feeling cranky. Or if I'm trying not to be too deprecating, I feel a bit agitated today. So don't cross me. Yeah. And then there's Betsy. 3D world stuff has really been active for me. A legal matter with Mother's Estate, publishing contracts. Ugh. Workplace has been waving yellow caution flags for big time. Big time. Personal spirit is great though. Good.
Wonderful. Good. Yeah. I mean, the 3D world is going to throw so much at us.
Especially coming.
Yeah.
Feels
and
like
learning how to navigate it is really important, right? And I think that we get taught that we have to navigate the world in a certain way. And we get taught all of these kind of rules about how the 3D world works.
Right.
That not necessarily how it actually works. You know, and so
That's all we know, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So being able to navigate it in a way that, you know, honors what we're comfortable with, but also brings us a little bit outside of that comfort zone so that we can try different things that honor more so that spiritual side, right?
Yeah.
And recognize that, you know what, even though the 3D world tells me this, I want to give this a try
Yeah.
and see what happens. Can sometimes be very revealing and very rewarding.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Heather
Yeah.
says Gerald is sweet and salty.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet and salty. Salty and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, our usual modus operandi,
Oh,
Soul's Journey, lesson cards, James Van Prague. So we're getting low. It's be slim pickings here, guys. We got like 4 cards left. Oh, sorry, 5. We got 5 cards left.
All right, let's see what we got.
Some are ones I'm anxious to talk about, other ones not so much. So that'll be interesting, won't it? Let's see whether it comes up. It's usually pretty relevant, right, to what we're talking about. Oh, well, this is nice. Oh. Feeling powerless until I remembered that I actually know a lawyer that might be a perfect guy. Perfect.
Awesome.
The middle one. Okay, so this is the middle one. Abundance.
Ooh.
I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical body.
Love it.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So I taught a class actually on Friday about telepathy, and we talked a little bit. I taught a little bit about the what would we say it was, like the perception cycle of how we perceive and that sort of thing, and about creating it in the thoughts first and then creating it in your reality. Well, we also talked about that with Gerald on the reticulator activating device. Not so much a device, but system. A system. Interesting that I said device. I have to say that's very interesting considering my day. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's been a day, folks. A good one, but interesting. Big hello to Mousy. Thank you for joining us. Hello, hello. Yeah. Device system. We're not quite as mechanical as a device, but you know.
Sure. It works.
Yeah, it's fine. So, oh, and Betsy says, Tarotstache, you salty? More cowbell. Freudian slip. Maybe I have a device there. I don't know. Maybe Jen should check me.
Well, and it's interesting, right? Because I often will equate the brain to a computer system.
Yeah.
Right.
It does
and we
have many
talk about
similarities.
reprogramming.
Right? Yeah.
Right. And so very much it device is very symbolic for what it really is.
It's true. Yeah.
On many levels.
I need to look up a definition of device. Talk amongst yourselves.
So that being said, as a device, right, we can program it. And that was kind of what we were talking about when we talked about the RAS, was this idea of being able to reprogram, right? And when we talk about the power of our thoughts and how, you know, our perception really does dictate our reality on many levels, right? We want to be mindful of what
Okay.
we put in there.
So it says a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment.
That's the part that's
That's the part that's funny. But a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, that is true.
Mhm.
It is made for that, right? A plan, method, or trick with a particular aim. Yep, I'm looking at that one too. A drawing or design. And there was another one that I saw here. Webster, what does Webster have to say? Something devised or contrived.
Mm-hmm.
Something fanciful, elaborate, or intricate in design. Well, that it is. Something such as a figure of speech in a literary work designed to achieve a particular artistic effect. Well, that's what I was doing. That's definitely what I was doing. Not.
Now you're being a little divisive.
Okay.
As we digress.
We digress. All right. Where have we got here? I'm just looking to see what we've got going on here. Gerald is our Webster dictionary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Gerald's putting up everything in the dictionary there too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your brain is technically electronic. It's impulses. Yeah, exactly. It's okay. It's going around today.
Type talk,
Yeah. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yes, we were talking about abundance. And abundance is not just about money, guys, right? Abundance is about not being in the scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
Right? And that could be abundance of love. It could be abundance of friends, abundance of support, abundance of money, abundance of resources, abundance of anything. Books, crystals. I have an abundance of crystals.
I think that's an understatement.
We bought more, Jen. We do run a store, guys, just as an aside. So I do have an abundance of crystals, but
yeah. I think though that it is important, and I just want to take a step back really quick, because in the definition or the mantra there, it said, okay, I'm a limitless being, love that. I can manifest whatever I want, caveat. Okay. And this is kind of where we talked about a little bit when we got into the RIS too, right? Because we want to be really mindful about what.
Should I start a local chapter?
Why do we have to be anonymous?
We don't. It's just, a play on words.
No, yeah.
She's using a device.
Oh, God. You guys are killing me.
I know we keep changing the subject. But crystals is a great subject.
Crystals is a great subject. And crystals can be used in abundance practices.
Yes. What kind of crystals do you use in your abundance practice? I use citrine. I use jade. I use aventurine, pyrite.
It looks like you guys are starting a Crystals Anonymous meeting.
Awesome.
I think it's happening because we've already got several attendees.
Okay, I guess it's online. Let's do it. Crystals Anonymous, here we come. Crystals Not So Anonymous, here we come. We have an abundance of giggles today. Yes, that is a good thing. We can all use an abundance of giggles. This is like therapeutic. It is like good for the gut, everything. Absolutely. Green calcite, malachite, raw emerald. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Green calcite. I love green calcite for heart. Speaking of crystals, I use this one on my heart. This is my dragon head, my green calcite dragon head.
Love
Other
it.
side, dragon head. Yep, he sits here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a beautiful thing too, right? Because when we talk about abundance being able to be, it's anything, right? It's not just money in the sense of, what do we want to, what do we want to bring in? It doesn't have to be financial, right? So if we want to bring in more love, it's going to be different than if we want to bring in, more joy, if we want to bring in more peace, if we want to bring in...
My crystals bring me all of those.
Huh?
My crystals bring me all of those.
There you go.
We have giggles abound today. See, they like it. They like my green one.
It is lovely.
Mine is small, but crystal size doesn't matter, right? Size doesn't matter. It's how we use them. What? We could use it in a crystal grid. We could use it as a pocket stone. We could use it in our water. It's how we use them.
You guys cracking me up.
Right?
It's so true. It's so true. And your crystal would be hard pressed to fit into a water bottle.
Yeah, that one would, unless it's a big water bottle.
It would have to be a very big water bottle.
It would, yeah. But I do have little ones to fit in a water bottle. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sticking with the water bottles.
Sorry, I'm a little sassy today, I guess. It's because I was quiet last week.
Yeah.
Size does matter when you hold crystals with your tiny hands. Yes, it would.
In that case, Gerald, yes.
This one might be a little bit big for your tiny hands, Gerald. Just saying.
I think that might crush his tiny hands. Yeah, Bella, I'm what you walked in on.
It's okay, Bella. It's a crystal conversation.
It's a conversation about abundance and the size of crystals. Gerald's tiny
James has much credit for the things he's not saying. I can hear that, Gerald. He says, wow, definitely a full moon. Absolutely. Yeah. And a couple of you are rolling your third eyes at me, and I don't appreciate it.
You know you love it.
I do. Okay. We did have a serious question here. You can also have an abundance of caution.
Oh, yes.
So does that mean
we're being cautious about what we talk about and how we talk about size? And
we are being cautious about how we're talking about things? Not necessarily what, but...
And we could have an abundance of negative.
Yes.
It
could be negative.
Off, we're balancing that with an abundance of giggly and positive.
very good job of that, are we? Rolling together. We do tend to do that on occasion. Yeah. I had a friend that particular phrase started because this friend of mine, I would say to her, she wanted me to mentor her, right? And so she'd ask me a question. I'd say, "What do your guides say? Close your eyes." And so every time I would say that, right? And she would start, and I could just feel, she'd close her eyes and I could feel her rolling her eyes at me. She closed her eyes. I'm like, so I turned to her one day, I said, "Stop rolling your third eye at me." She's like, "You saw that?" "Yes, I saw that." So yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gerald.
Hi, Michael. Nice for you to join us.
No, my third eye rolled so far.
Oh, Gerald. Are you okay to get up? Do you need help to get up? We could call your neighbor. Gerald also says a full moon, tiny hands, abundance, and large crystals. What will they add in this? I don't know. We're following the comments.
You guys are amazing.
This is your show, not ours.
With those tiny indigo.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know Gerald,
oh gosh, Gerald
he has
these... just come on and show everybody.
Okay, we could probably arrange that. I just have to figure out how. Okay.
Oh golly.
Gerald, Facebook Messenger, please. Or maybe it's Instagram. Pass the laughing gas. It is not coming up here. Why is it not coming up? Okay, I'm going to send you an email.
Apparently an abundance of oxygen, too much so, can
We
also
needed oxygen. Oxygen is good, though.
I know.
We all needed a laugh, I think. That was why we did.
Yes,
yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. And yes, well played, Heather. Well played.
All right. All right, Gerald. Tarotstache. Check your email, please. We need to see those tiny hands of yours.
And yes, medium Bessie Palmer said, "Made you forget the tickling throat." And it is so incredible too, right? Yes. When we talk about abundance, what is so beautiful is one of the very first steps with abundance is joy, right? Like when we want to bring in abundance in any way, to start with gratitude and to start with joy. So starting with laughter. And Gerald getting up with his tiny hands. Here he comes.
Oh, there he is. There's the tiny hands. So these are the tiny hands. Welcome to the show, Gerald. Thank you for joining us last minute.
I'm glad there's an abundance of support for the tiny hands. All hands matter.
They do.
They do.
The tickling made them giggle. Maybe so.
So I just
can those tiny hands
see the tiny hands make everything look bigger.
We need to change that to that. Ooh, we have a crystal, a very specifically shaped crystal. We have a crystal. And Jen's not going to be able to contain herself now. Oh.
Is this one better?
Excuse me, now I'm coughing. I don't know.
No, Betsy.
Which do you prefer, Gerald?
You could even take one of these little guys and probably make it look like a big old crystal. Oh, look at you, Tanis.
It's a wand.
It is a wand.
It's a wand.
Yes. It's a wand, and she knows how to use it. Do not mess with Tanis.
I have a few wands, but yes. He's fixing his mustache now.
Look at things. Oh, Indigo. Did you get
I'm not sure I'm going to put that one up on screen.
It wasn't me, Betsy. It was my tiny hand.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. We do have the best chatters.
Best chatters. You guys are amazing. As with all of you, I also needed this today. This laugh
Yes.
has been beautiful, and I'm very appreciative.
We have an abundance of laughter.
Oh, golly, this is the abundance I definitely needed.
Bella's rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, did your third eye roll back so far you can't get up anymore?
No, that was you.
Third eye rolls,
was me,
man,
but
I
somebody
tell
was
you,
just like-
they're dangerous.
Oh, Bella said she's dead over here. Is that the one you mean?
Just roll over. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Heather says she kept it clean. I think we all did. We were only talking about crystals and tiny hands.
No, it's the crystalline. It's the stroking of the crystalline grid energy component. That was very clean.
It would
Betsy
be.
says her sides are starting to hurt. Made me think of the band The Third Eye Blind. Ah, okay.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, I have my hands backwards.
That must be uncomfortable.
Yes, I love it. Dennis stroking. Do you smell toast? Do you smell toast?
Oh dear.
Wow.
We have lots of LOL. We have an abundance of LOL.
Well, I do have to say, when you've had an abundance of negativity and things that have been hard, you have to have an abundance of laughter to help balance it out.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Flip it.
You got it.
It's so very important. I mean, okay, medium Betsy Palmer. I mean, give me a ladder because that way I can get up from the sewer and into the gutter. Because that's
It has to be a smaller ladder, or at least
to go with the tiny hands. Yes, balance. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we all did.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
A tiny. Yes. The tiny ladder.
To go with the tiny hands.
And
They can be far apart. The rungs just have to be tiny,
A little tiny ladder.
but strong.
and look at Kaylee. You are so helpful. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You want to see what's amazing is I mean, look how huge this wand is next to the tiny hands.
What are you trying to say, Gerald?
That
Betsy Palmer has a spot on photo for the ladder.
Does it help if I use this side? Oh, is it okay? By the way, if you have,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put this one up.
Does it help if I do this?
Well, now we have to find a booby prize.
I don't have any of those. Well, mine are not functioning. So,
is it a glimmer globe?
Oh well, that. I mean, Kaylee knows what this is about.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get cut off YouTube. And we're just coughing away over here.
Glimmer globe.
Why do I feel like there's a story behind the glimmer globe that perhaps we all must hear?
Because it's something that all of us can share to actually help draw more abundance in.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be announced tomorrow on my channel. I'm going to put a live out. But Kaylee was there talking about it. It was the best chatters were talking about it on the back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, the thankful episode.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a thing and everybody can participate. And they can use their tiny hands however the heck they want to work with the glimmer globe.
Perfect.
All
And
right.
Teresa was there. And
Yes. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Kaylee sent me something that it will be released on the day that Glimmer Globe starts.
Ooh.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
anyhow, I'll stop. Should I see myself out? Should I take my tiny hands out? And
No, you're welcome to stay if you'd like.
Yeah,
And-
you are welcome. To.
I even changed the. See, you're
my
even in the
gosh.
top thing
well,
Very-
and I was just
over there.
there, right there.
Yes, thank you. That's it.
It's right there. See?
The other way, Jen,
Oh, right, because I'm reversed.
because you're reversed. Yeah.
For me, it looks like it's on my screen. It looks like I'm pointing to the right place. I don't know.
And it all does relate to abundance. Yes.
Phew. The spies have already given up. I'm thrilled.
Way early on, they were like, "These people, I don't."
They're crazy. They don't need us.
We don't have to worry about them.
Well, and I was freaking out because I turned the page on my calendar, and Jen is with me on Monday.
Yes.
Talking about the centers of human design. And I'm like,
Ooh, fun.
and then on the 11th, I'm with the two of you.
Yes. Yes. I thought it was today, actually. I had a nap and I woke up and I went, is today the day Gerald's supposed to be on the show? Little did we know, it is a day that Gerald is on the show.
And
The guys were telling me in my nap time.
And the look on Jen's face of she's going to have to be. It's basically she's going to see me three Mondays in a row. I'm so sorry.
Ooh, very nice. How come I don't get to see you
Abundance of
3 Mondays
Gerald.
in a row?
We will discuss that, Tanis, because we have work to do.
We do have work to do. Indeed.
And everybody's little tiny hands will help with that. I should do this. That's cool.
What? We'll just put you on by yourself, and you can just do that.
Okay, so we're talking about abundance. Seriously?
Yes. Abundance. Abundance. Abundance.
Abundance. Isn't that nice? Because, I mean, that's really very important. I mean, seriously.
Apparently they're walking downstairs.
If we even try to get serious, it's like no.
They're on the people mover at the airport.
Yeah, the conveyor belt. The escalator that just goes along straight.
They're actually going, you know, they're going to see more abundance.
Betsy's just being helpful. Oh my goodness.
And that needs more cowbell. Right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm like looking around for more props. I'm like, oh my God.
These are just your last minute props.
I know, right?
I have props here, but they're all the usual ones. I got the crowns and the glasses and you know, my little.
Yes, and I always like to do this one so that, you know, people are like going, you know, what are you looking at? I'm looking deep into your soul with my tiny hand.
Should I be worried that you're looking deep into my soul?
Yeah. It's pretty clear.
Abundance of tiny hands.
You do not want to know.
Now I'm worried for tomorrow. Because she's topless.
You best get yourself some props.
Oh my goodness. And this all started with crystals, folks. It did. Oh, and Teresa says the luggage carousel. like the
Oh, geez.
improvise.
Let me put my feet up and think about this.
You have tiny feet too? You know what they say?
You know,
Small feet,
small socks.
small shoes. Mm-hmm.
Small toe rings.
Small. Dang. My foot itches.
Those are cute though. Kaylee gets her drink.
Oh, you know, they always say that you should be healthy so that you can touch your toes. Look, I can touch my toes.
See, I need those so I can touch my toes.
See, the only things I could offer you would be like you could play with my fuzzy ball pen.
She's a fuzzy ball pen.
I'm sorry, did you just offer me a fuzzy ball?
I did. Or
A fuzzy ball pen.
my little spiky cactus.
A spiked cactus? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Or my happy little unicorn.
These are the props
Nice
she
work.
has.
These are my little props that I could offer.
Oh, my more exciting props are not here. Nope,
Ooh.
not here.
Betsy's new washing machine is being delivered. Is it usable with tiny hands?
Tiny hands might be able to handle the buttons.
Mousy says, Betsy, go raid the junk drawer. Old sewing machine stuff.
There you go.
Well, what's funny is
Oh, there we go. 50 Shades of Jennifer.
You can hang out with them under my tiny little tree.
is that a tree or is that a bush?
I don't know. What do you think about the trunk?
I think that makes it a tree.
Hand.
I'm just saying.
Perfect for a tiny hand. Well, and Betsy is joining me tomorrow. We're talking about are you a medium? I mean, we don't need tiny hands because they're not mediums. They're tiny.
That's true. They're not large and they're not small. They're not small. They're not medium.
Oh
my goodness. Yes, Heather says it's a tickler.
I even have tiny hands back there. Can you see them? Wait a minute. Right there.
Yes. And why are they on the wall?
They're coming out of the mustache.
Because they're just well, that's a mustache with tiny hands. I can make that happen. This is crazy. So here in the United States, we had Thanksgiving last Thursday, which often kicks off the holiday shopping frenzy. And people spend time with family and friends, and there was an abundance of food, I'm sure, an abundance of people that you don't want to see all of the time. And this is the medicine to help with that. So there you go. How's that?
Coffee? Coffee is the medicine?
Oh, I was thinking laughter.
Okay. I was thinking laughter, but then he had a prop. So I had to see what the prop was. And he brought
I'm getting this sympathy tickle in my throat, talking about the tiny hands and the crystals and that tree or bush or whatever.
Yeah, we're just all connected. So we're all getting the cough and the all that stuff.
Oh,
it's all the things that we're not saying. It's the throat chakra acting up.
It is. Oh, believe me, I could be saying a lot more.
I used these today.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was very nice. It worked out very well when I was with reading this morning.
Oh, very cool.
Bye, Heather.
Bye, Heather.
And she finishes up with this. I think it's a tree. I'm just saying. I think they call it a topiary tree.
I don't care what you call it.
Bella says, bye, Heather.
Wow.
We're on with Heather next week, too.
We are on with Heather next week.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Yes.
Wow.
Mwah. She's sending us hugs. She's sending us kisses, so I'm just sending one back.
Everybody's going to want the tiny hands now.
What was that?
That was a unicorn.
It was a unicorn.
Okay.
Unicorn kisses.
Okay.
And butterfly hugs.
Yes, I like the butterflies.
Okay,
then. Now you've got something I can add. See, I have butterfly glasses.
Oh, nice.
Yes, those are my, Okay, I know I have to take off the other ones for it really to work properly. But
so when is the... Okay, so here's a question. You were joking about Crystals Anonymous. Keep your mouth shut, Mouse.
Apparently, there's other stuff she could be saying too.
Mousy, here's a tiny hand to help unzip your mouth. Your mouth.
He's a tiny little cat.
Oh, it's a cute little pussy.
Cat, pussy cat. Yes.
Yes, I mean,
Pussycat.
yeah. That's what else
Yes.
would I be referring to?
Mhm.
I love it. I love it. Tanis is like going, Gerald. About a feeling.
I need to take a drink.
Watch her. Is she going to be able to do it?
Yeah. Only
Sip,
barely,
sip,
but
Gerald.
yeah.
Sip, sip. All right.
We gotta check out this. I always check it off not for children, but
This is not for children. Nope. So Crystals Anonymous.
Yes, Crystals Anonymous. It is important to understand when abundance becomes a burden.
Ooh.
And
okay, that's deep.
I think one of the things is only you can tell. Yeah, okay. I could say, Mousy, with these tiny hands, we can get into the detail work. The topiaries can happen. But
Okay.
only
They do require tending.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do, and other times they're wild. So
True.
But so only we can determine when that abundance becomes a burden.
and there are times.
Jen, he's trying to be serious now.
Wait a minute.
She's got the rolling on the floor laughing. You know, the ROFL.
I got something caught in my teeth. Oh, it's a hair.
Family show, Gerald. Family show.
Well, yeah.
Are you done? That's suggesting you go run about.
Like this video, people, because it's going to be unlisted soon.
I'm just agreeing with you, Gerald. There are times where abundance needs tending.
As he says, she's rezipping her mouth now. Yes, abundance needs tending because it could be a burden.
Well, and that is
how much is too much?
Yeah. On a serious note, people say, "Oh, you only need." It would be like me saying to people, "You only need one tarot deck." Other than that, it's more than you need. Well, maybe, but it makes me happy to have more of those decks, and that's fine. When it no longer adds to my joy and builds my energy and helps lift me and elevate me, when it starts to pull me down, then it becomes a problem. It's the same thing with crystals.
Yes.
I know, shocking. Stop rolling your third eye at me.
You felt it, didn't you?
I did. I was like, man, she almost slapped me with that, that third eye.
It's the eyelashes on it. It's
the eyelash, yes. Yeah. But and so I honestly think it's important for us to pause and to go, is this going to bring me joy and abundance, or is this going to suddenly become a burden where it prevents me from using my abundance appropriately? Mm-hmm. Because when I have an abundance of laughter, giggles, food, I tend to share it.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I don't have an abundance and I tend to share, I get more, because that's the universe understanding
Yes.
this. This person knows what to do with the energy that we're giving them in this form.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, and it's interesting too, right? Because I think sometimes when we don't have, we get fearful. And then that fear stops us from being in that place of giving. And yet, exactly as you said, the more we're able to hold space for what we want and put that out there, the more it's able to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there is that idea, if we take after Mother Nature, we see at the end of the growing season, we need to remove all of that abundance that we had so it can be clear, and we can make more, we can have more next year.
Mm-hmm.
If that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and if you think about it too, like if you can harvest something and then you can consume it, or you can harvest the seeds from it.
Right.
Right. And when we talk about bringing in that abundance, one tomato can make many more plants.
Right.
Right. And so recognizing that though we can take and just have, if we're in that fear place and we think we need it, right? But if we are able to recognize that we also can harvest and then give again,
Yes.
right? We can actually have that much more.
I like how you say, and we can also do both.
Mm-hmm.
I can pull out the seeds and use those and consume the fruit that's left.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that idea that I've seen of, don't feed somebody, teach a man to fish,
Yeah.
feed him for a day. Well, feed him and then he can learn how to fish.
Yeah. So feed a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach
Yes.
him how to fish, and he will eat for a lifetime.
Yeah. So the idea is, if someone has a basic need of hunger, they're not going to be able to learn anything, because that's not where their brain is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where their being is.
Right.
Yes. Christmas Carol and Scrooge, my favorite story of all time.
Yeah. 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 And in the sharing, he gained way more abundance than what he had
Yes.
in just money.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have come to our.
Did Jen pick her card?
No, thank you for reminding us. Jen, pick your card for us this week. See? He's a great asset to the team. So we've spoken somewhat about abundance. Uh-oh.
I only laugh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What did you pick?
Only because of a comment earlier from Betsy. But it popped right out. Take a warm bath.
Oh, there we go. See? You can't make this stuff up.
Nope.
Take a warm bath.
Mm-hmm. It's time to immerse yourself in the sacred feminine waters, grandchild. Let the warm waters of Mother Earth cleanse your body, thoughts, and worries. When you play in the realm of the sacred masculine for too long, your mind and body become dry, rigid, and ungrounded. Soak in the healing waters that come into your home. Saturate your body until you feel the chatter of your mind settle. Welcome the tranquility. It is warmth. It is worth the wait. As you absorb the warm embrace, call in Sacred Mother and honor her with your attention. Do not take this gift of water for granted. Not every human on their earth walk can experience this healing luxury. Honor your place in creation that allows you to receive the Mother's waters at will. With living intent, accept the healing that the Sacred Mother bestows and send out healing for others as well. When you are done with your bath, send a blessing and use the water to feed your plants or your garden.
Unless you have salt in it, then don't do that. Just
There you
saying. Kaylee says self-care, abundance of self-love,
go.
which is a perfect segue to say good evening. So is there anything that you guys wanted to bring up that you're doing that we haven't already in the next week or so?
Just next Monday, Jen's on my channel for Laugh and Learn, Human Design, Portals.
Centers.
Right? What?
Centers, not portals, yeah.
Center.
I mean, we can talk about portals if you want to. But
Well, I'm not talking about portals without Tanis and Jane the Seeker. They're, so that'll be
fun. We could do a four person for portals, because Jen's pretty good at portals too. She closes them very well.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. So
cool. I don't know what I have.
I have an abundance of things that are going on,
I've lost track. Yes, no, this week I have, what do I have? Oh, we have the conference this week. So the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact. The conference is this Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I unfortunately won't be on the show with Michelle because of this conference, but medium Betsy Palmer will be on with Michelle.
Nice.
So please, you could watch both. And I'm also filming one about self-talk with my conversations with therapists.
Nice.
And we have open mic as well on Friday. Because we're doing 2 weeks in a row because we missed a week.
I think people need to make sure that they go over and like and subscribe to that. It's similar to this. It's different. And the perspectives are so good when we have these different perspectives. When we have an abundance of perspectives, it informs us.
It does. It allows us to look at things from various angles. And yeah, so Ramsey and I have a different chemistry. And we sometimes will have guests on. We don't do it all that often, but we sometimes will have people on. Friday's show was amazing. We had a great show on Friday. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. So that's what's coming for you guys. And then next week, we will be back here again at 5 o'clock on Monday. So you can check out Gerald and Jen, and then Jen and I all on Monday. Monday's a big day next week.
Yeah, it is.
So stay tuned. And we want to wish you tons of love and a beautiful week. And a special thank you to Gerald for popping on.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All righty. We'll see you next week, guys.